Let me just say the system we have right now is unfair. It's a rigged system, and all you need to do is look at the numbers in Pennsylvania. We have a majority, or not a plurality, but a registration edge of, I think, hundreds of thousands more Democrats than Republicans. And even if you look at the differential in turnout, there are still more Democrats voting than Republicans, even in this last election, I think. And yet in this U.S. House of Representatives, we have 18 seats, 5 are Democrats, 13 are Republicans. I mean, I understand that in a electoral college system or in a parliamentary system, which is basically what the House of Representatives system is, that the percentage vote and the percentage of seats can differ. But that's a pretty wide variation. And if you look at the map and see some of the districts that are drawn, they do look like an animal. You know what gerrymandering refers to? It was Elbridge Gerry, who was a Massachusetts person who first did this, and someone, a wag, claimed it looked like a salamander, and they named it a gerrymander because it was his name. And that's since become the term for really unusual maps. There's a mathematics professor at Tufts University who is working on a mathematical algorithm for determining a more objective and rational way to do redistricting, and I don't know the details of her model, but it seems like that might be helpful in terms of getting courts to rule, so that we don't have to actually go to petition or recall, things like that, but we can actually have a standard that can be used in redistricting that courts can use to make it fair. The issue is, I think, not who's doing it, but whether you're predisposed to be fair or unfair. And I think where we are right now is just whoever's doing it is looking at the redistricting process as something that's an opportunity to let's play some games here and get as many seats as we can. I think we need to get back to what I think the founders wanted. They actually had a 10-year census in the deal to make sure that seats were never the rotten boroughs that existed in England in the 18th century. They didn't want that here, and so the idea was to make sure that the voting districts were as fair as could possibly be. The efforts on both sides over the centuries to game that system in any way, I think, has been something that is at odds with what the founders thought ought to happen. And whether you have a commission or you do it through the legislature, whoever does it has to start with the idea that, okay, this is really something that fairness should be the guiding principle here, not partisan expediency.